1982 Topps traded Reggie Jackson, made it stick. When Topps unleashed their first full, dedicated traded set in 1981, it was the accumulation of several years' worth of trends and developments. For starters, the company had been dabbling in late-season updates since at least 1972, when they stamped some high-number cards with a traded designation on the front. The first card showing Joe Morgan with the Reds is probably the most famous among those. And in 1974 and 1976, Topps inserted a run of 44 updated cards in their late-season packs. That 1976 Oscar Gamble is a hobby legend. But the 1981 Topps traded set was something altogether different, a standalone 132-card series released only through hobby outlets that featured traded players and, to a lesser extent, rookies who had made some sort of impact during the strike-torn season. Issued in the fall, the Topps traded set continued numbering where the base set left off, at number 727, and it was a clear attempt to differentiate the real one from the upstarts, Fleer and Donruss. After 25 years of monopolizing the industry, after all, Topps wasn't about to let the new competitors get an edge. And so, collectors who were lucky enough to get their hands on a little block of new cards as winter approached reveled in seeing Carlton Fisk with the White Sox, Fred Lynn with the Angels, Fernando Valenzuela on a solo card, Danny Ainge on a baseball card, and Raleigh Fingers for the Brewers. A card that would become something of an icon when it appeared in miniature as part of the 1982 Kmart set after Fingers nabbed the 1981 American League MVP award. But this set wasn't met with universal approval, as some collectors considered it something of a gimmick, and some felt it wasn't even a legitimate issue since it wasn't widely available or in pack form. So if Topps was going to stick with this new format and presumably generate some additional revenue, they needed to boost their 1982 offering. Luckily, they had a year to figure it out, and they also got some help from the baseball gods. First, Topps further walled off their 1982 traded set by giving it its own numbering scheme, starting with Alexander Doyle at number 1T and ending with a checklist at number 132T. And during the season, Orioles prospect Cal Ripken Jr. shed that label and put together a fairly monstrous first season to win American League Rookie of the Year honors. Before any of that happened, though, the 1981-82 offseason set the stage for Topps' late success in 1982. In December of 1981, the Padres traded Ozzie Smith to the Cardinals in exchange for Gary Templeton. Both dudes were star shortstops for their teams, so this amounted to something of a challenge trade, even though there were other players involved too. Ozzie didn't miss a beat, winning another Gold Glove in 1982 and helping the Cardinals win their first World Series in 1964. Though he wasn't much of a threat at the plate, Ozzie expanded his fan base, which made his 1982 Topps traded card a popular item. One guy who already had plenty of fans and detractors all across the nation by the time the cards landed the Wizard, though, was Reggie Jackson. Fresh off a heady 5-year run with the Yankees that produced 4 division titles, 3 American League pennants, and 2 championships, Reggie entered free agency after 1981 with more swagger than anyone since Reggie Jackson signed with the Yankees before the 1977 season. This time around, though, Jackson was headed into his age 36 season and had seen his batting average tumble to .237 in 1981, along with a 150-plus point drop in his slugging percentage as compared to 1980. Would he be able to land another big deal? Well, yeah, he would. The California Angels, among others, came calling, and Reggie signed on the dotted line in January of 1982 to a tune of close to $4 million for 4 seasons. Ah, but did Reggie have anything left? Could he still stir the drink? Again, yes, he could. He had enough left, in fact, to lead the majors with 39 home runs while driving in 101 to help the Halos nab their second American League West crown. 1979 was their first. Why, if not for those pesky Harvey Wallbanger Brewers, Reggie and company would have faced Ozzie in the Fall Classic. Even though he fell short of another trophy, Reggie affirmed his stone-cold superstar status. And even if you didn't care about the Baltimore upstart or the back-flipping acrobat under the arch, chances are you couldn't wait to get your gander at Jackson in his new duds. And unless you wanted to wait through the long winter, there was only one game in town to get you to that goal. So yes, the Topps traded set was here to stay, and we all had Reginald Martinez Jackson to thank.